Yeah. Starting with Jamal, Zay, the guys that missed last week, they both those guys have had a really good week of preparation and practice, and right now optimistic that they'll play, in this game. Antonio Johnson, who's missed with his hamstring injury, is doing well. He practiced this week, so again, barring any setbacks, look for him to be up and active, this week. Cam had a good week. Walker in there at left guard. We got one more day right there. We haven't made a final determination yet there, but Cam has done a nice job. We'll get through tomorrow and see where he's at. Again mentally, but physically he had a good week. Walker had a good week in there at left guard. Who else are we talking about? We talked about Zay. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah. I think so. I think Zay will be a go. He had a good week, barring anything coming out of today's practice, with the treatments later on. Hopefully no setbacks, knock on wood, but he should be fine.
So the best way to describe as far as the O-line situation is that Cam and Walker is kind of a tentative plan for now.
For this week, yeah, for this week. And we'll just see. We'll get through, we'll go back, we'll look at the tape today. Again, Cam had a good week. We'll get through tomorrow, and make sure that we're all on board and comfortable with making that move.
Obviously, this is a historic preparation, right? You guys haven't been here all week, but the Bills are just getting in here this morning. I'm sure you're counting on that being hopefully a significant advantage, right?
Well, listen, it's a good football team, regardless of travel. I'll just say that it's been a great week, for us here. The folks here at Hanbury Manor have been outstanding for us, and can't say enough good things about our stay here and all that. And obviously, historically, spending 2 weeks, 2 games over here in London, and our preparation's been good this week. But this is a good football team, and we got to go play.
Because of who the Bills are and what their offense has been, particularly these last 3 games, I'm assuming you think it's even more vital this week to ignite the running game to keep them off the field.
Yeah, I mean, probably no different if you're playing, Kansas City, Mahomes, those teams, good teams like that, teams that, have explosive offenses, even, looking down the line, San Francisco, teams like that score points. And you just gotta be efficient in the passing game, and you gotta play ball control, efficient in the run game. And, I think the number one thing, too, is you can't turn the ball over. You can't give this offense any more opportunities than what's given to them in a normal game. So, those are all the things that we stress and trying to make sure that we stay on the field. Third down's been an issue for us. We got to make sure we, this team has more, Buffalo has more 3rd and 11 pluses on defense than they do any other third down yardage. So they're getting teams in 3rd and longs, and we've got to do our best to stay out of that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, more people tend to talk about the Bills' offense because it's an offensive-minded league. But when you look at what their defense has done in terms of the number of sacks and number of takeaways,
yeah, I mean, this team is leading. They're number one in a lot of categories on defense, and it's a good defense. It starts with that front, and they roll 8-9 guys, through there, and they can all get off the football. And if Vaughn plays, there's another weapon for him, on the edge. So, it's a really good group. It's solid. They've been in this scheme now for 7 years, and they know exactly where as we say, where all the bones are buried, and they know it all. So, solid group on defense that maybe not many people are talking about, but we certainly are aware.
How risky or how much, from a coaching standpoint, do you get unsettled about the unknown when it comes to potentially Cam and Walker? And Cam obviously hasn't played in a long time. Like football, it hasn't played in a long time. And Walker hasn't had a lot of games over.
Yeah, I mean, that's a real concern, right? But just going through the week of preparation, those two guys working together, and it gives you a little more comfort knowing kind of what we've seen as a staff. Obviously you guys don't get a chance to watch that part of it. But, we do feel comfortable with where Cam is, and maybe not so much Cam, but it's Walker, right? Walker kicking down a whole new kind of a position for him at this point. He's been our kind of our swing tackle a year ago. He's our starting left tackle first 4 games, and we'll see after tomorrow, where he is there.
Smoot, how's he done the last couple of days with getting back out there?
Yeah, Smoot's looked really well. We opened his window, this week. I mean, he's looked really good. Probably don't anticipate him playing in this game, but he's really close, so we're optimistic that maybe in the next week that he'll be ready to go. But yeah, had a really good week. He gave Anton a great look this week on the look team, and that's what we needed out of Smoot, and he did a great job.
In some of the categories you guys are struggling offensively, a lot of times you'd be like, well, the quarterback isn't doing this or that. How is Trevor playing in your eyes for the first month, despite some of the struggles on third down, short yardage?
I think Trevor's playing good. He's improving every week. There's probably a few throws in the Houston game, obviously the Chiefs game, that we learned from. Still young, right? Second year in our system and third year overall, but he's a great leader. He's throwing the ball, extremely accurate right now and seeing the field really well. And, there's some things, too, that affect that, whether it's protection breakdowns or maybe a missed timing on a route combination or things that sometimes are out of his control. But I think overall Trevor's been playing really good and improving each week.
You mentioned young, he turns 24 today. Just big picture, to have 3 years or in his third year at that age with a long career potentially ahead of him.
Yeah, it's exciting for us and for the organization that Trevor is young and he is improving and can stay in the same system. Much like what Buffalo with these, you see what happens when teams and players stay in the same system for years. You develop chemistry and rapport and great communication and all those things.
I think that's about the offense. First 4 games, few players have already led receiving in Evan Engram, Christian Kirk, and Calvin Ridley. Just how good has that been to see all the guys in offense all having a part to play? Zay Jones coming back as well to the offense. Just how good has that been to see the offense and everyone sort of having their part, taking part, getting involved?
Yeah, no, it's really been good. It's hard from a game plan standpoint to try to get everybody the football, but we do know that the top guys, as you mentioned, Christian and Evan have been with us now the longest, obviously, and Zay coming back in there, and Calvin has been really good. He's been a bright spot. He sees the field really well, and him and Trevor continue to work and be on the same page, but. Again, it goes back to just having that familiarity with guys and understanding where they're going to be as a quarterback, knowing where they're going to be in any particular route combination. And, it is fun when it's clicking. It looks good, obviously, but, we've still got to make some adjustments and make some areas of improvement in order for us to, be the offense that we want to be. Yeah, you never know, right? You never know until you get out there. But Travis is a really good running back, and we trust what he does. And against a team like this, you got to try at least to run the football a little bit. And you just can't drop back and throw it every down, or they're going to get you. They're too good over there, and they create sacks, and that's what they're good at, rushing the passer. So we got to be able to run the ball effectively and efficiently, and stay on the field, stay out of third and longs.